Wanted to talk to you real quick about the value of narrow leg squats. You find this, I think it's like step 5 in convict conditioning. I'm not quite sure, maybe step 4. The idea is your feet are dead set together, your knees are together, and you squat all the way down, ass to grass, and all the way back up without your knees coming apart. In fact, if at least I've experienced it, I need to push my knees together. Why is this so important? It's because this squat is largely used as an extensor-dominated exercise within our current fitness culture. So we have our calves are working, we feel it in the quads a lot, the glutes, in the hips, so this is very much the common case when we have a big bar on our back, okay? This is the back squat sort of thing. The value of squatting though is that if we're gonna get the entire leg chain to really develop, we need the flexors on as well. We need to really use the flexors, and I'll use this as the test is I'll tell people, put your feet together, knees together, squat ass to grass. Little more than about 80% I would say can't do it. Like, I could squat 400 pounds. I don't care, your flexors are terrible. What are your flexors? Your shin muscles here that pull your knee forward. Your hamstrings that pull your butt underneath. They say ass to grass, I say ass to ankles because that's kind of what you're doing. Your hip flexors that pull your torso towards your knees. 9 times out of 10 when people are doing squats really low, they'll tell me they'll feel it either in their hips or in their shins. Rarely in the hamstrings, sometimes that too. The thing is, when we do leg presses, machine style exercise, we don't need to pull our body this way. All we need to worry about is, direction with gravity. But a good squat is also about pulling this way, contracting like an accordion. When we have a big amount of weight on our back, the good squatters know how to do this, but a lot of times people will rely on the bar pulling them forward. So again, their flexors don't get the workload they want, and 9 times out of 10, let's be honest, we're not squatting that low to begin with because the back is rounding. This is the value of bodyweight squats. Go ahead, let that spine round. It's fine. In fact, you're probably better off for it. You should be moving your spine more to keep a healthy back anyway. But the narrow legs, where the legs are together, this keeps your knees in front of you. So you can't go between your legs. You have to keep them here. Causes a lot of workload on the shins, the hip flexors, or the knee flexors, and the hip flexors. Why is this really good? One is it keeps your legs balanced. So your joints and your hips, your knees and your ankles and stuff stay pain-free for the rest of your life. The other thing too is we also have carryover to other things that are really important, but we're being held back due to weak flexors. One is of course weak shin muscles, holding us back in running, climbing, hiking, skiing, that sort of thing. Your weight is constantly being thrown back if you're skiing or snowboarding. You're setting yourself up for shin splints. Whole host of balance issues here. Flexors here, lots of times this is very tight and very detrimental, causing all sorts of knee problems and quad domination issues. Hip flexors, these are incredibly important to keep very strong because, again, with the theory of chain training, a muscle can only work and have as much tension in it as the surrounding muscles above and below it. And the ones directly below your hip, your abs, are your hips. So the stronger you get these puppies, the stronger you can make your abs. A lot of times, your abdominal training and your quest for those 6-pack abs is being held back because your hips are weak and tight. So I don't care if you do leg presses or barbell back squats or front squats and all that stuff, that's fine. But make sure you incorporate the narrow body weight squat in your routine to at least some degree and strive for ass to ankles to get all those flexors really working nice and hard. Questions down below. Till then, be fit, live free.